Good evening, good afternoon. Welcome back to Cannon Fodder, the channel for Arsenal fans all over this world. Yes, it's the Friday morning show over here. Yeah, the morning after the night before. Ah, my goodness. I'm not sure where we're going to start on this one because it's unscripted. I haven't, prepared any notes. I'm just going to be talking straight from the heart, and I imagine some people are going to be a little bit upset. So prepare yourselves in, strap yourselves in, and I think we're going to be, ready and raring to go on this one. Personally, I'm fired up on this one, but I'll try and keep it under control because I'm not happy. I'm not happy. If I speak, if I speak, see you guys in a few minutes after this music intro. Yes, indeedy. Good morning. Welcome back to Cannon Fodder, the channel for Arsenal fans all over this world. Yes, the morning after, the night before, after the morning, whatever it was. We were in action yesterday. God, Terry me. Subscribe. That's all you have to do. Just subscribe, and you can also have your say, but keep it clean and live chats. I'm just rearing and waiting for anybody. Actually, I'm going to make sure I've got my moderators to defend me. I need to do I need defenders? No, I can defend myself. I can defend myself. But guys, make sure you subscribe, please. Right, like I said, it's unscripted. This one's unscripted. But yeah, yesterday we did a watch along. I don't like watch alongs, man. I just don't like watch alongs. But we got it out of the way. Actually, my brother predicted a draw. He predicted a draw? Yes, he did predict a draw. And I predicted a loss for Arsenal. And I was proved right. I didn't get the scoreline right, but I got the result right. Ronaldo brace sinks Gunners. Terrible. Terrible. I saw some. You know what? We'll start. Like I started yesterday was with the 11. The 11, Ramsdale, Tomiyasu, White, Gabriel, Tavares, Elneny, Partey, Martinelli, Erdegaard, Smith Rowe, Aubameyang. You can see on the bench there are some familiar faces there. I was very, very surprised that Mikel Arteta continued with Martinelli. Yes, I wasn't like, oh, Martinelli. Very, very happy, deserving of starting. Erdegaard for me, nope, hasn't done enough for me. We could talk about last season. Last season, he was fairly average, fairly average. And this season, stop start because he's just not performing to the level that we thought that he would have performed at. Just hasn't happened. El Neni. El Neni. A lot of you will laugh. El Neni. I've got to say, for me, Tomiyasu stroke El Neni was my man of the match. Man of the match. I thought pretty solid. Unlike a Thomas Partey giving the ball away, not literally keeping up with play. It again, all those people were saying, Thomas Partey. How dare you talk about Thomas Partey? What is the excuse this time? Is he still injured? If Thomas Partey is still injured, then we should not be playing him. But I've got a funny thing. It's nothing to do with injury. It's nothing to do with the injury. He's just not good enough. Not good enough. I've seen spits and spurts of a performance of Thomas Partey, but unfortunately, those little spits and spurts are not going to gravitate us to a top 6 position, much less a top 4. Just giving the ball away needlessly, and he wasn't the only culprit. Wasn't the only one. But again, at that price tag, 40 odd million pounds, we expect so much from a Thomas Partey who's like lagging behind, not keeping up with play when he's on the ball, giving up possession so easily. Going away from home, Old Trafford, what do you need to do? Apart from the obvious, score goals. Keep hold of the ball. Retain possession of the ball. And if you lose possession of the ball, try and regain it. Just not good enough for Thomas Partey. And all those naysayers, oh, Alex, what do you mean? Thomas Partey's been the best player. No, he hasn't. He has not. Don't try and pull the wool over my eyes because I'm not falling for it. Thomas Partey is not at the races. Hasn't been at the races for the longest time. What's the excuse this time? The formation, what? Because he is injured, then we shouldn't be playing him. Period. Far rather bringing Albert Samuel Lokonga. We're still bringing a Granit Xhaka when he's injured, when he's fully fit. But I'm not falling for it. And then we go on to this gentleman. Actually, you can see him there. A Pierre-Emerick Aubameyang. Again, missing, fluffing his lines, 3 yards out. Last year he could have been forgiven for his misgivings. Yeah, he turned up late for North London derby. He contracted malaria. I think there's some illness in his family. Okay, but that was last season. What's the excuse for this season? What's the excuse? The excuse is not an excuse. He's just now not good enough. Don't come and give me the stats for last season. I'm not interested in last season. I'm interested for this season. What has Aubameyang done this season? So I'm just trying to pick up an alternative picture because I don't like to see my arms and hands singing up on the sides there. Now, you can say, well, we've invested £150 million for the future. Have our standards fallen so low that we're going to give these guys, a free pass this season? Is that what it is? We're building for the future. You've got to, you can't have your cake and eat it too. It's either we just shut up, be quiet about it, because after all, we've invested £150 million for the future. But what about the here and now? What about the here and now? Are we going to forget about, what's happened? Our again, misgivings. You can't do that. For one thing, the players, they're paid employees. They're paid employees. We're just going to stop, down tools because, because we've invested money for the future, not for now. Forget about now because we're investing for the future. I'm not buying it. I am not buying it. And for a Pierre-Emerick Aubameyang, and this is what I said the other day, I cannot envisage a Mikel Arteta dropping Aubameyang. If it looks like a duck, it sounds like a duck, it's a duck. Aubameyang is off form. He's telling you he's off form. Can't score from 3 yards out. 2 games on a trot. He's telling you that, Mikel Arteta. What do you need to do? You need to drop him. We've got Balogun, hungry as hell, in the under 23s. Can we do any worse? Put Balogun in. My mum doesn't like people to talk about people's ages. And I'm sorry, Mum, I'm going to talk about Aubameyang. Age 32. What is it? Has he lost interest? Is he falling out of love for Arsenal? Whatever that's going on with Aubameyang, he's not doing his job. What's his job? His job is to score goals. Has he scored goals over the last 2 games? No, he hasn't. He hasn't scored. But I'm seeing a trend here. Aubameyang needs to be dropped. Nobody can be on reproach. No, none of the players can feel like they have a divine right to start. What happens? Complacency sets in, doesn't it? No matter the performance, I know I'm going to be chosen. I am the chosen one. Now I'm wondering, at the top clubs, will they have stuck with Aubameyang? or would they have dropped him? I'm sure they would have dropped him. A Pep Guardiola would have dropped him. A Tuchel would have dropped him. A Klopp would have dropped him. It's just not good enough. So what, if we're upset about the performance, but still you're saying, well, you actually got to remember that we bought players for the future, then we can't be upset. You can't be upset with the performance because we've got youngsters. The youngsters are playing. Tomiyasu in his 20s, early 20s. Tavares in his 20s. Lokonga, although he didn't play. All those players there are for the future. But then you look to the experienced players to perform. They don't turn up. They don't perform. What is the plan B? What is the next step? You've got to drop them. Stop playing players of reputations. Play players that are on form. Aubameyang is not on form. Drop him. Martin Odegaard, I'm not sure what he's on, but he's surely not on form. He's not on form. Drop him. Yeah, wow, he scored a goal. But what was he thinking of all the places on the pitch to make that tackle on the wrong side in the penalty area? What are you thinking? What are you thinking? You could probably talk about, Maguire, the pull on Tomiyasu, or I can't remember the fullback's name, who grabbed Tomiyasu again on the corner, the front of his shirt. Did VAR pick it up? No, he didn't. Both my brother and myself said, get the job done. Don't rely on the officiating. Do not rely on VAR. We need to go there and get the job done. And we couldn't get the job done. As soon as that goal was confirmed, actually it was a really good goal from Emerson Rowe, and I believe it was an assist from El Neni, who headed it down to him. A squared header for him to lash it in with his left foot. But as soon as we scored the goal, I don't know what were we doing. For sure, we lost control of the game. From that point, we had lost control of the first half. So there are no leaders on the pitch. There's no one communicating. There's no one saying, guys, let's calm it down. Retain possession of the ball. If you lose possession of the ball, you gotta get it back. If you're the one who lost the ball, you need to fight and get the ball back. That should be bog standard. There was no one talking. I couldn't see any of the players shouting, trying to gear up the troops. There was no one doing that. But it called for that yesterday. It called for a gathering, a get together. I don't know how to call this, but I didn't see it yesterday. I did not see anyone trying to rally the troops. Guys, calm it down. Ramsdale, stop pumping it up, giving it possession back to them. Switch it up a little bit. Again, Mikel Arteta, what do you do with them in training? What is the plan B? What's the plan C? If A is not working, what are the gears? You're stuck in second gear. What is third gear? We don't have a third gear, then you need to work on it. You need to work on it. Listen, Ronaldo is going to do whatever Ronaldo does. And my prediction was 2-1 to Manchester United. Because I couldn't envisage. I was thinking, where are we going to score 2 goals from? How are we going to beat them? It wasn't going to be 0-0. It wasn't going to be 1-1. Ronaldo scoring his 800th goal. 800 goals. Can you imagine that? And where does he score it? Against the Arsenal. Against the Arsenal. So again, what is it we're looking for? Are we looking for acceptance that we are a mid-table team because we've invested in the future, not in the here and now? And if that's the case, then you can't get upset. You can't get upset. But I'm upset because it doesn't matter whether, we've got 9, 10 players, one player's been sent off. I expect the players to perform, show some fight. I mean, the fight for 10 minutes, there's 90 minutes in the game. 90 minutes. You got to play right until the end. When is the end? 90 plus minutes. The game doesn't start, finish at the end of 10 minutes. So wonderful. We got the goal. And after that, I don't know, did we park the bus? Were they told by Mikel Arteta to park the bus because it didn't work in our favour? Did not work in our favour. So anyway, to the positives, I'm happy for Emerson Rowe, although he got tired. He should, again, Mikel Arteta, you should have made substitution a lot sooner. Brought on, a Lacazette, a Saka a lot sooner, maybe on the 60th minute. Down to tactics, poor tactics. Poor. Whether we've got youngsters, whether we've got experienced players, the tactics were absolutely terrible. And the players, they've got to assume responsibility. Got to take responsibility. Just not good enough. So again, I'm asking a question. What is it? What is it? Are we going to be comfortable in the knowledge that, okay, you know what? Alex, remember, we've paid £150 million. We have invested in the future. These things are going to happen. Or are you on my side where you're thinking, no, it's not good enough? It is just not good enough. And the amazing thing is, and this is not like a get out of a jail free card, we remain in 5th place. But how long is this sustainable? We go into, I think it's a home game against Everton. Again, forget about looking for the next 4 to 5 games. Look at the next available game, Everton. Mikel Arteta has a lot to answer to, like he has for the last 2 seasons. But the players, still selecting the same players who are failing game in, game out. Drop them. You've got to drop them. It's not serving any purpose apart from gravitating more frustration. More frustration. So Tomiyasu, Martinelli are my, man of the match. If you can have it for the losing side. I thought Martinelli did have the opportunity to square the ball to Emerson Rowe, but he can be forgiven for that. I mean, Martinelli, if only the other players could take a leaf out of your book, as well as El Neni. Run your guts out. Fight for the badge. Bring the ball forward. Now, I know some people are going to be upset, but it is what it is. You can't get away from the stats. We lost yesterday. Aubameyang missed another sitter. He missed actually 2, I think, out of 4. Aubameyang, if you're not going to bring anything else to the game, when you get an opportunity, you've got to stick that opportunity away. And he was found wanting yesterday. Found wanting. And then all the other, value added, there was no value added there from Aubameyang because he's not in his game, gets marked out, doesn't communicate, not a real leader, not my talisman, period. Got to sell him. I'm sorry, guys. Got to sell him. And what kind of, I'll say, shook me, that's too much of a strong word, is the substitution that he made was Eddie Nketiah. And I did the segment yesterday. Eddie Nketiah had turned down the latest contract offer from Arsenal. So why are you playing him, Arteta? I tell you what, it's just the playbook. What is the playbook? Those of you who know about American football, special teams, they have their playbook. If this situation happens, we do this play. If that happens, we've got a special teams for that approach. We don't have that at Arsenal under Mikel Arteta. And I'm not saying Arteta out. I'm not saying that. I'm just highlighting all our misgivings, all the things there, the sum total of we lost. There was maybe like 10 minutes of fight, and after that we just crumbled again. Martin Odegaard, Pierre-Emerick Aubameyang. And it's not so much about being wise after the event. I again, looking at the 11, I was thinking Lacazette should have started. This game was primed for Lacazette to be playing. Primed. Anyway, you know what? I'm gonna take a break, man. Take a break. When I come back, we'll go through the live chat. I see that like there's quite a few comments in there. Yeah, just see in a few minutes, man. Hi, and welcome back to Cannon Fodder, the channel for Arsenal fans all over this world. Well, this is a special video introducing our new membership scheme. Membership scheme, I hear you say? Yes, YouTube have allowed all content creators to have a membership scheme, and it's open to all our subscribers. Let me just get one thing straight right about now. All the content that you've been seeing for the last 2.5 years will remain to be free. So that's the Voice of Reason, that is the live shows, the broadcasts, the easy talks, all those content there is going to remain to be free. Okay, so I've got it off my chest. With the membership scheme, you will get certain perks. With those perks, you'll get to see behind the scenes footage that probably nobody's seen before. Maybe, I'm not sure if you want to see. You also get early release of certain videos. And of course, with the player profile videos, where you ask us to do a video on a specific player, we'll give you a shout out, we'll mention you, and that'll be literally earmarked as if it was a present from us to you. With those formats there and the perks, they will come with a small price to be paid for the month. So with the lower level, which is going to be a bronze cannon, you'll get the shout out in the live chats, and also with the chat, if you are a member, it will go right to the top of the page that we must and we will mention you. And you also get like a free emoji and GIF with that as well. With the silver cannon, again, you'll get all behind the scenes footage, all the bloopers, all the things that we've tried to keep away from you. But yeah, there'll be a small price to be paid for that. That's roughly standing at £4.99. It will vary from country to country. So wherever you're on the way, there'll be a slight difference in that. And like I said, we're trying to maintain the future of Cannon 4 TV across the whole platform. So by all means, you know, we would love you to be a part of the membership scheme there. There are going to be perks, including discounts for all the merchandise currently running on Cannon 4 TV. So that is the reason why we're doing the membership scheme. Again, you don't have to join it. All the content I'm going to repeat will remain to be free. But part of the membership scheme, you'll have all those perks there. Again, there's going to be a free Q&A live session with me and maybe my brother every Thursday. You also get early footage of early releases. And of course, you'll get the discount as well as all the bloopers and the behind the scene footage right here on this lovely channel, which is called Cannon 4 TV. So we would love you to be part of the membership scheme. Please, the video is up and running now, and it's free to all the subscribers, all the viewers that's ever viewed at Cannon 4 TV. So for myself, Alex, and of course for my brother and Monty and everyone from Cannon 4 TV, welcome, please, to the membership scheme on Cannon 4 TV. Sorry, guys. I think what happened. I forgot to connect my my laptop to the power source. Anyway, let's go into a live chat and see who's joining us. Actually, let me go to this gentleman over here. Where is he? I've just seen him in the live chat. Where is he? Where is he? Where is he? There he is. Carl. Listen, again, I do apologize. Yeah, I didn't mention that you did the donation of £2.49. I think it's a sticker, isn't it? So thank you very much for that. I do really appreciate that. Again, Carl's not even an Arsenal supporter. He supports Liverpool, but always supportive of the channel. So Carl, thank you so very much. I do appreciate that. Right, let's go to the top. I've got my headline moderator, Monty Moore and Alex and California TV family. Yes, brother. Please leave a thumbs up, subscribe if you're new here. See you War Games. Richard II says, hey all, good morning. I've just seen some of your comments, Richard. Disappointing result last night. However, was overall good. A first goal riled them up, and we seemed embarrassed by it and didn't know what to do straight after, and took time to recover. Well, I mean, if I'm gonna, we can like use those words, you know, good. I don't know. It wasn't good for me. It wasn't good because if it was good, you know, we would have probably pulled out a draw at least. I highlighted the error that Erdegaard made, Thomas Partey, the substitutions, Eddie Nketiah. So for me, it wasn't good. I mean, I respect your opinion, but for me, it wasn't a good performance. You got to perform for 90 plus minutes. And whether it means that the manager needs to put on fresh legs, which he did not do in a timely manner, that's what happens. 90 plus minutes. You can't just perform for the 10 minutes. Football's not playing just 10 minutes. It's played for of 90 plus minutes. So you're saying overall good? Not for me. Not for me. Riled them up, but he didn't know what to do straight. So well, anyway, yeah, let me just read the comments here. Colin says, good morning. Good morning to you, Colin. Morning, Colin, how are you? Alex, perturbed? I'll use another word. Perturbed, why? He scored a goal and created a chance for Martinelli. Yeah, and what was the end result? A loss is a loss. You know, woulda, coulda, shoulda doesn't count for anything. Okay, he scored a goal, created, but what happened in the end? The end result. If anything, if we took away the performance and looked at the result, or we took away the result and look at the performance, both of them they're non-starters. The result, we lost. We lost. The performance was not a good performance. Wasn't a good performance. Morning, Static. Hey, Alex. Arteta. Arteta did well, but there is no excuse for throwing the game away. No excuse at all. I agree with Alex. Partey was awful. He was dreadful. I'm sorry, guys. He was dreadful. And you can't get away from the fact about the history, how he played so well from Atletico Madrid. He's come to Arsenal, and he looks a shadow of his former self. You can't get away. Listen, let me put a question out. When was the last time Thomas Partey performed consistently for 10 games, between 5 and 10 games? I'm waiting. He hasn't performed consistently well enough. Little spits and spurts. Little spits and spurts are not going to get us into, you know, the top 6, much less the Champions League position. Little spits and spurts will get you mid-table action. That's all it's going to bring. He drove forward, yes, he gave it away. And you can't do that. Old Trafford, Man United, with an interim manager, literally you get that in instant oomph when you got a new manager there. And I could see the stars were lining up because I predicted 2-1 to Manchester United. I could see this was going to happen. We don't have it. And actually, it's just funny. At halftime, I was just checking in Twitter, and a lot of people were saying, what were they saying? No midfield. There is no midfield. Thomas Partey is supposed to be the linchpin in the midfield, but there was no midfield. Giving the ball away, sacrilege. You cannot give the ball away. And at least if you give it away, try and retain possession of the ball. We're playing away from home. You can't forgive that. And you're right, yeah, others, yeah, and for 50 minutes they dominated the game. Yes, maybe it needed to be longer. It needed to be longer. You can't get away just performing for like 5 or 10 or maybe 20 minutes. You played till the end. Best player last night, Tommy Ashu, I think. Well, I give it to actually Tommy Ashu, El Neni, and Martinelli. He had chances. He's still getting chances. Felt he looked sharper yesterday than in previous games. Then it's still not good enough. I always say to the children after they've had their mock exams, how did you do? Oh, I did all right. Well, if you did all right, what do you expect the result's going to be? If you've given your best, that's all you can do. Has he given his best? If he's given his best, then his best is not good enough. CM. I'm sorry. I'm not buying this. I'm not buying it. I'm sorry. I thought that he would have been given offside with that one right at the end of the game. He would have been. Yeah, I saw it. I saw the replay. He would have been offside. Not sure Bellingham is ready yet. Alba's problems confident at the moment. Maybe in Ketter. I wasn't happy with a performance just result. Then if he's lost his confidence, then he's off form, isn't he? He's off form. Because you can't be telling me that your talisman, your captain, can't score from 3 yards out. If he's lost his confidence, he's off form. He needs to be dropped. Stop picking players on reputation. Pick players who are on form. Yes, I agree. He should have been ahead and goal side of Fred and not sliding in. Yeah, he was on the wrong side. Again, if you're going to make, a tackle like that, of all places, in the penalty area. Yes, but as I said, I think the goal riled them up, and we were unsure how to do that. So it's down to the tactics, then, isn't it? It's down to the tactics. What's to say? Push the pedal to the metal. So if we are on the ascendancy, if we've got the momentum, why would you want to stop? If you got the goal by doing that pattern of play, then continue the pattern of play. Don't sit back. Don't park the bus. But after we scored the goal, we just lost control, whether it's confidence or there was no plan B or the tactics. The end result was we lost. Ronaldo doing what Ronaldo does, all that jumping up and down business. 800 goals. Arteta is the problem of Arsenal. The club is too big for him to manage. Good morning, Thomas. I hope you're keeping well, my friends. However, Alex, we had more shots than United and 3 better chances from the set plays. But the end result is that we lost. We lost. Doesn't count for anything. We had more shots. The most important thing is that you put the ball in the goal. Doesn't mean anything. Doesn't mean anything. You take your chances. And they took their chances. Let's be honest, other than the goals, United's chances did not, well, okay, we are away to Everton. We should have had a 5 last night, at least a good blocker from Rashford and save from De Gea. Got to put them to the sword, man. Is losing a stat or just a fact? It's both, isn't it? It's fact and it's a stat. The stat is 3 goals for Man United, 2 goals for Arsenal. That is fact, and it is a stat. They were crumbled 20 minutes in the first half. We were good. And 30 minutes in the second half, we equalised within 2 minutes of going behind, I believe. And I think Odegaard should have been sub 5 minutes before pen. And who else? Smith Rowe should have been subbed as well. So it can't be a member. It's against my religion. No, the donations are good enough, Carl, man. Thank you for the donations. Really do appreciate it. Come on, I'm good. CM, I'm good. How's you? Sorry, there was only me and Monty and Colin. Can't go this morning. Bit down, but always same when we lose. But was happy with the performance. I wasn't happy with the performance. Wasn't happy with the performance. Yes, I would feel the same. But it goes back to what I said. Let me quickly go back there. What are we looking for? What are we seeking from Arsenal going forward since making that 150 million pound investment? Are we going to be happy in the knowledge that we spent the money? By all means, it's going to be for the future. So then we can't complain. We can't be upset because we've got youngsters. So we can't be upset. Or is it going to be on the other side of the fence where I am? I don't give these players any free passes, man. I don't give the manager any free passes. No free passes here on Channel 4 TV, man. I'm sorry. No. So I have watched that game twice now and again, and I thought we played well for 50 minutes, but not 90-minute performance. And that's what I said. 50 minutes is 50 minutes. The game is not done by 50 minutes. It's done by 90 odd minutes. Got to play right until the end. Right until the end. 5 likes. Hit the like button. People say static. I hate it when Liverpool play at 12 on a Saturday because if they lose, it spoils the weekend. No, but they're not going to lose anyway, are they? They're not going to lose. Yeah, that's okay. I agree. Opinions differ. But I felt that we had 50 minutes. We're going to agree to disagree. Yes, I agree. The result was poor. Yeah, you had a poor game for about 60 minutes. Calvert-Lewin, link of Arsenal this morning. But even since the January transfer window, I mean, I uploaded was it 1 or 2 videos about him. Partey has had 10 games in a row. Yeah, but has he had 10 good performances in a row? Carl, behave yourself, man. Yeah, Origi, we don't want him, man. I won't even talk about Partey anymore because there are too many fanboys that won't see it for what it is. He's consistently underwhelming. Yeah, man. Yeah, and then they'll come after you, innit? They'll come after you. Say, oh, Monty, how dare you talk about, our boy, Thomas Partey. Thomas Partey. Good morning, everyone watching. Hope you are well. Ian, we are fine. I hope you are keeping well, my friends. If you only played players on form, you would... Oh, dearie me, man. Well, I better put on my kit as well, innit? It's been like 40 odd years since I last played football, man. And I'm always in form. So we both predicted 2-1 to I predicted 2-1. It was unexpected when it was 3-2. When became 2-2. That was when we should have defended for 5 minutes. It gained momentum offensively before the substitutes. I mean, that is tactics. What you're talking there, isn't it? That's tactics. That is tactics. Social defenders just leaks too many goals for us to compete with big teams. But the thing is, Monty, people just won't be told that Arsenal are a mid-table team. I'm going to stick to my prediction at 8/9 position finish at the end of the season. I'm glad you know when I'm joking. I better get my kit on, man. I agree. We should have scored from those clear-cut chances, and that is it. You look at just an example. If one team has got like 10 chances, and the other only had 5 chances, but the team who had 5 chances scores more goals than the team had 10 chances. That is the stat there. It's the stat. You should have scored more goals. Period. Well, listen. It sounds like you need to be Arteta's number 2, man. Oh, in his coaching team, anyway, at least. Sure, my brother. What's happening, man? I think United were there for a taking. They were there for a taking, but so were Arsenal. Arsenal were also there for a taking, isn't it? Not sure what I did wrong, but okay. What? As three when he goes conceded, Arsenal can only score 17 goals in the league. It's absolutely disgusting, man. Yeah, yeah. Come on, guys. Don't try and pull the wool over my eyes, man. It's not going to happen. It's not going to happen. There's nowhere I'll be replacing. Man, have you done your coaching badge? Have you done your coaching badge yet, man? I thought Arteta was supposed to be making us a team that is hard to break down. Yet we look wide open at the back and in the midfield. Again, half time, I thought, I need a break. I thought, let me look at what people are saying in Twitter world. People are saying, well, okay, there's no midfield. There's no midfield. Thomas Partey is supposed to be the linchpin in the midfield. Man went AWOL. Sure, the minimum requirement is at the end of the season, the top six and the final, hopefully a cup with that final. We're a long way off that. And again, I did say, miraculously enough, we still lie in 10th place, in 5th place. Is that sustainable? Is it going to be sustainable going forward? Has Partey had 10 games in a row? Oh, right, okay. Okay, that's what I was saying. Oh, I understand. Oh, I understand. As yes, the coaching, we will see what happens in the future. Well, I don't know, man. Have you put your CV in Arsenal? Have you gone to the Emirates and posted it through the gates? Don't do that, man. Don't put the CV through the gates, man. The wind will just blow it away, innit? Oh dear. You can't lose Everton. They are so terrible, isn't it? 2 points from 24. And the thing is, Carl, the thing is, you put those stats in context. You look at an Arsenal and you're thinking, it's prime, isn't it? It's prime for Everton to show up against Arsenal. I can see what's going to happen. As I meant, a 3 minus. Oh, all right, okay. Oh, yeah. We're on a minus goal difference, isn't it? Joke ting here, man. Joke ting. Tim Morgates, he couldn't get 10 games if I was manager. He wouldn't. Oh my days! You know what? Was it last night? It was last night. When I was kind of trying to put away the camera and other bits and pieces. I thought, let me listen to another podcast. Arsenal 101. Apollo, what mind me saying this? Those guys in a heated debate, man, about Thomas Partey, and actually it was about Martin Odegaard, about his stats. He was number one in this, recoveries and track backs and this. And like the guy was saying, I can't remember the guy's name, but you're comparing this player to Arsenal players. It's just, all I'm seeing at Arsenal is just mediocrity. Players just fading into the background, man. Nobody's stepping forward and saying, right, you know what? This player, apart from Saka and Emil Smith-Rowe, this player has the potential. He's scoring goals. He's doing the effect. I mean, Tomiyasu, yeah, he's okay. But we're talking about Odegaard here. A familiar from last season. Bland. Plain. There's nothing, super wonderful about this player. Really, there isn't. And I'll say this, like I said yesterday, I'm just seeing shades of our previous number 10 in Martin Odegaard. Just like, I mean, his style was just too languid, getting pushed off the ball too easily. It's not good enough because we demand so much more from him, Thomas Partey, or Aubameyang. Period. I'm just saying, man. You put your CV there. Don't put the CV through the gates at Emirates, man. No, you want to make sure you put a stamp on there. But better still, record a delivery so you know they receive your CV, man. So let's just say I'll be managing the team that is at least in the academy or in the lower leagues. Something Arteta the fourth failed to do. They should have done what Gerrard and Lampard did. It's pride, though, isn't it? Pride. You know, you look at Thierry Henry. You know, he managed big club and didn't work out, innit? Pride comes before the fall, innit? As they say. Whoops. Will you sign anyone in January? No, no, I wouldn't. I wouldn't, honestly. I just think we've got enough bullets. But unfortunately, the whatever we're using to fire the bullets, that needs to be changed. What do I mean by that? I mean, we've got players. Again, I'm going to use Balogun as an example. The guy's just snapping at the heels. Clearly, he's just too good for the under 23s. But yet we've got misfiring Aubameyang that we're trying to flog a dead horse. Drop the guy. Drop him. And I know what it is. I might be making an assumption, but I know what it is because he knows that he's never going to be dropped. He got subbed off the other day. He didn't look happy. You got to drop him. But unfortunately, in his mindset, he knows that Mikel Arteta is not going to drop him, no matter what he does. No matter what he does, like a Granit Xhaka, he knows that they know they're going to get chosen. The chosen two. Put the fear up them. Drop them. Drop them. Thank you to all the Gooners here. We appreciate your time and interaction on this wonderful channel of ours. Not mine, not yours, ours. Morning, Alex in chat room. How do we do? Don't ask, man. Don't ask. Don't ask. All right, so I'll be doing what Gerrard and Lampard do, manage a smaller team before going big. That's the way to go. Start small before reaching the top. Yeah, yeah, but he's with us now, isn't he? And he's making all those mistakes and errors. You know, there's no doubt the players have to turn up. They have to assume responsibility. But what I can't remember what minute it was, but the camera went on Arteta, and Arteta again just remonstrating with the players. The players have to assume their responsibility. They've got to assume their responsibility. Turn up. Turn up. But if you're playing players who, in their mind, they know you're not going to drop them. You pays your money, you takes your pick. Yeah? So if you've kind of bred that kind of culture amongst the players, what do you expect? What do you expect? No, not a long way off. Have a quarter final against Sunderland, and let's see what happens at the end of the season. Exactly. Let's see what happens at the end of the season. Well, I think I already know what's going to happen at the end of the season, but people just won't be told. They don't want to hear the truth. You know, I give my prediction 3-2, 2-1 to Man United, and yeah, some people the comments just silly comments. It's an opinion, an opinion. Arsenal has too many passengers and not enough grafters in the team. And this is going to be controversial for a lot of the people or some club watching now. Grafters, we need the likes of Mohamed El Neni in the team, setting the basics, the standard. This is standard, all right. What Mohamed El Neni is offering us. Can you better that? Can you better what he ekes out every time he's played? And the guy doesn't get much game time. So whatever he does, that should be the benchmark. So can you beat that and go better? Not many players can say that. Not many players can do that. And again, I'm going to flag up Thomas Partey. Thomas Partey for me, nah, sorry. So I'm glad that Aubameyang was not happy when he was substituted. He needs to be on the bench. Say that will happen. Like I've just said, if it's like I was speaking to my wife about what was I talking about? I was talking about something happened to a boy. Oh no, it was like was it Richard Williams, the Venus and Serena Williams father, and he was saying, look, if you raise your children to be fearful. When they grow up, they're going to always be fearful of whatever happens in their life. If you breed them to be winners and strong of character, what's going to happen? They're going to be, they're going to grow up with, strength of character. So I'm saying this because you see an Aubameyang doing that. He missed from 3 yards out the last game, and then last night he missed 3 yards out again. The players couldn't remonstrate with him because he's Mr. Untouchable. Nobody can be untouchable. Nobody. Don't care who you are. But the players, unfortunately, they think, oh, God, he missed. I can't say nothing to Aubameyang. I can't shout at him because, oh, he's Mr. Untouchable. And they look at Aubameyang. Aubameyang knows he's not going to be dropped. He knows he's not going to be dropped. So whatever he does, whether he's strolling around the pitch as if he's on the beach, or whether he's like, done like a sprint for 30 yards and then stopped for the next 80 minutes, he knows he's not going to be dropped because Arteta has already nurtured and created that kind of atmosphere amongst the players. So what do you expect? What do you expect? If you raise your child a certain way, that is how they're going to grow up more often than not. I'm saying that because I've got two, my kids are adults, 30 or 32. 30th, and I brought them up to be respectful to people, and they've grown up that way to be respectful. So Arteta's got a lot to answer for because he's created the atmosphere there. Players thinking, well, yeah, no matter what I do, I'm not going to be dropped. Thomas Partey should be dropped, but whether he knows, he's not going to be dropped is another thing. Aubameyang knows it. He knows he's not going to be dropped. Whatever he does, he knows he's not going to be dropped. And unfortunately, it's like some of the fan base don't like to hear the captain, the talisman, being critiqued. On Cannon Fire TV, there are no free givens. There's no givens. There are no untouchables. We talk about all the players. And last night on the I was saying about Ramsdale. Ramsdale, for the time, literally, when you could see literally wave upon wave, they're coming at us. What was Ramsdale doing? Kicking the ball long, giving possession back to them. So I criticised it. There can be no free passes here on Cannon Fire TV. The players earn so much money that I hope to see in my lifetime. Maybe I won't see it. And you say to me, I don't have the right to critique the players? Nah, sorry. Not going to happen. Not going to happen. As I have to gain experience, that's what I meant to say before as well. No, I understood what you meant. Just to starting off low, starting off the lower leagues, and then just building yourself up. With that comes experience. But once you've hit the top, you're going straight to the top. For me, it's a little bit disrespectful to the people who have gone through the route of grassroots, go through their badges, and then slowly building up to get more experience. Then what's the point? What's the point of doing that if you can go straight to the top? What's your prediction for the Everton game then? Carl, when I see the starting 11, I'll let you know the prediction, man. Because right about now, again, if I give a prediction now, it'll be an emotional prediction, and it will upset the subscribers more. So I'm not going to give a prediction. When I see the starting 11, then I'll give my prediction. Because again, if I give a prediction now, people are not going to like to hear what I have to say. So I know what will happen. Arsenal will finish 8th or lower. What I said, that's my prediction. End of the season, I see Arsenal finishing 8th again, or maybe 9th. Arsenal, the club that loves to paper over the cracks until eventually everything crumbles, and by then it will be too late to do anything about it. I pray for another David Dean to come to our club. Yeah, no doubt. Arsenal lost his way once David Dean left. That person, that figure, whether it's a father figure, the link between the players, because he actually said he so many times he'll go and speak to the players while they're preparing for the game, and go in there and speak to them after the game. We don't have that figure at Arsenal anymore, do we? There is no David Dean figure there. Opio, good morning. I said good morning. We allowed a certain form of mediocrity to come into the team. Yeah, people don't want to hear the truth. They don't want to hear the truth, and that's what I was saying on the podcast last night I was listening to. Apollo, I'm sorry, Apollo, brother, man, but the stats that you're giving out about Martin Odegaard, first in this, first in that, you're comparing him to Arsenal players. The Arsenal players are not that great anyway. They're not that good. So you're comparing mediocrity with mediocrity. And also we get a little excited about small achievements. Not me, my brother. Not me. Arteta is on a free pass. Kroenke out. Edu out. A proper manager gets something from the squad. I agree. I agree, Colin. I agree. Arteta is 12th on the table this season. Yes, Alex, for what you said about my comments before, yeah, man. No, good luck to you, man. That's the way to go. Catch you later. Carl, thank you so very much for giving us your time and parting with some of your money, donating your hard-earned cash on the platform. Thank you so very much for that. He has dropped over when he turned up late for training. Yeah, yeah, and the guy is off form, CM. He's clearly off form. So when he's got problems in his private life or his confidence has gone, the guy is off form. Can't score a goal. Got to be dropped. Vinay out, Garlic out, and Arteta out. And Edu out. You forgot Edu. You didn't mention Edu. Oh, my days. Let's quickly. Did we do a poll? We did do a poll. Did we do a poll? I didn't bother to do a man of the match. I thought, I can't be asked, man. I couldn't be asked. The poll. Oops. Where's the poll? The poll was the prediction. That's what it was. The prediction for the game last night. And out of 993, of course, 7 short of 1,000, a draw. 11% of you believe it was going to be a draw. 15% of you believe it was going to be a win for Arsenal, and 74% of you believe it was going to be a win for Arsenal. I'm on. Was the win for Man United. Let's have a look. Let's go through these last ones before I wrap up. As Edu was mentioned before by someone else. All right, okay. But I wanted you to mention it, innit? So I've got it in black and white, man. The evidence there. Even when we drop over, do we have any other options for experimenting? I think you're missing the point. I think you're missing the point. Not only I think also CM War Games is that it doesn't matter what the consequence is going to be. The fact remains that when you've got players who are not performing, they need to know in their mind that when they don't turn up, by that I mean, when they're not doing their job, when they're just throwing around, if their job is to defend, if their job is to score goals, they need to be clear in their mind that they know that they will be dropped. They will be dropped. Because we've got a big enough squad. Is it a good enough squad? No, it's not. It's not a good enough squad. I understand that. But they've got to be clear in their mind that as a consequence of you not doing your job, that's not going to matter to us because we're going to drop you. We're going to drop you. That's the point I'm trying to make there. Comfortable, being so reliant on the fact that you know you're not going to be dropped can be detrimental, has been detrimental to the first team, to Arsenal. Because we're trying to flog dead horse. The horse is dead. Stop trying to flog the dead horse. It's time to bring in a new horse. Everyone has their sell-by dates. Everyone. And so that's the point I'm trying to make there, that even if he gets dropped and we don't have a better option, the point has been made. You're not performing, you get dropped. That's the point I'm trying to make there. Team passing accuracy was poor, 79% at half-time, 11% at full-time, which was better than United's. Thank you, Alex, for a great segment, and thank you to the Gooners here for your time. So that's my headline more for telling me, Alex, I've got to wrap it up. So yeah, I've got to wrap it up. Alex, I have to go. Take care, man. Thank you, guys. Thank you to all the mods. I'm going to 2-0 to us. But see, you haven't even seen the starting 11. You haven't even seen the starting 11. You don't know what the 11 is going to be. All right, okay. 5 likes, hit the likes buttons and subscribe. Was what rate is great though. Just his finishings are like a win. Yeah, man. Like once he bounces back against Everton, he'll prove everyone wrong. Alex, okay, Edu out. Great point, Alex. Yeah, that's the point I'm trying to make. You know, do we have a better option when we drop or Aubameyang or Lacazette? It doesn't matter. It doesn't matter. They need to be clear in their mind that they know if they don't perform, keep them on their toes. No one can be comfortable here. No one can feel like they have a divine right to start, whether they perform or not. Again, that's the point I'm trying to make. We might not have a better option when we, drop Aubameyang or Lacazette, but they have to know that literally everyone can be held accountable. That's the point I'm trying to make there. Ray, good morning to you. Very, very morning. Good morning to you, my friends. I hope you keep an Arsenal Fan Circle. Guys, go over subscribe to Arsenal Fan Circle. Not sure you did. I didn't see it. Oh, right. Okay. We have come to an end on this one. I know it's just 11:15, but I've got things to do. Rather than like moaning and was it a rant? It was a rant. It was a rant because, I said from the get-go, what is it you're wanting from this team? Be clear in the fact that we spent £150 million on the future. So if we've done that, we can't complain what happens here because we've invested. The youngsters are the youngsters. They need time to gel. So you got to accept that. Or are you on my side? You can't only invest in the future. The fact of the matter is we've got experienced players and a player that played last night who's turned down a contract. So why are you playing the player? Furthermore, why are you playing a player who's clearly off form? Aubameyang is off form. Thomas Partey is still not cutting it in the midfield. Do we have other options? Yes, we do. Could we do any worse? We don't know yet because he's not played the alternatives. He's not played the alternatives. Balogun, who's hungry, clearly too good for the under-23s. We couldn't do any worse. That's all I'm saying. That's all I'm saying. Welcome Friday after a punishing defeat for sorry about that, Ray. Anyway, guys, I'm out of here. There is no easy talk. I think we're going to probably do a special easy talk on Saturday. But if you're not subscribed, you won't see the notification. Incoming video. You're going to make sure that you subscribe so you see that notification. Oh, okay. Right. Set a reminder. But if you don't, you're going to miss out. And we don't want you to miss out. Don't do it. Do it. Do it. Don't do it. It can be painful. It can be very, very painful to miss out on notification. You can miss out on all the content currently run on Cannon Foy TV. Currently run on Cannon Foy TV. All the scenes there. The only high performance part of Arsenal at the moment is the PR team. I've said it for a long time. Hey, listen, Connor, I don't fall for that PR stuff anymore. Don't fall for it anymore. I don't fall for it. As that was a weird sound. So you know what I'm like, man. You know what I'm like. I just like a little bit of rant and rave. Actually, not a little bit. There was a lot of rant and rave in there. It had to be said. Had to be said, you know, on the WhatsApp group. I said, if I speak, people are going to be upset. But it's my opinion, and that's the truth. Ruth, we out of here. I will see you tomorrow morning for some more live news coming on this wonderful channel of ours. This channel, what's this channel? This channel is and has been Cannon Fodder, the channel for Arsenal fans all